Hello everyone, me, Veldrin, this Revenant. Let's kill stuff. But first no, we're not going to explain anything, we're just going to murder the entire forest. And that is the first fatality of many. To get a fatality, you need to hit an enemy with a specific attack, in this case a thrust. And you also need to be positioned correctly, and I think there's also a little bit of luck involved as well. So a normal thrust would, well, that was actually kill apparently. A normal thrust would just do that, and the fatality thrust would kill them, as long as you are in the right position and the enemy isn't defending itself. It's one of the more satisfying features of the game. Let's check the map for a second. Here I am, okay. This is another type of enemy. These generally run around you and then home in to strike. So, well, they're mostly more annoying than a threat. Come on. Celery! Yes, celery and gold. And that's the bigger version of the other spider. These are actually a bit too dangerous for me to fight at this point. Well, not too dangerous, but they're just going to take a while. So I'd rather avoid them. Also, they deal a ton of damage. But let's just kill one of them. I'll ignore the other one. I'm really glad that there is a pickup button, so you can just pick up everything that's on the ground quickly. What does... Ah, yes, Olihood. Olihood is the old codger in the woods. There he is, an old hovering codger. And we're going to talk to him in a second. Let me just loot this first. There are actually some pretty nice art assets in the game. Now let's talk to the old man and his tree.
Excuse me,
Impossible! It cannot be!
What?
A ghost! A ghost from the past walks among us!
So, you too know of my resurrection?
Resurrection? Sardok! I should have known!
Yes, it was Sardok who brought me back. Do you know him?
Each man follows his own path. Ours have crossed before.
I was told to see you about some information.
Information? You wish to know my recipe for Droog soup?
Actually, I had some other information in mind. They brought me here to destroy the children of the change.
Destroy the cult? The cult? Impossible! Even for an army of men! The ways of the blade lie strong and deep within you. Jong, the combat master, he's the one you must seek.
How can I recover the memories of my past life?
Be wary of what you wish for. Unpleasant memories are often best left forgotten. Rediscover your past. Yes, your past. Undo what has been done. If nothing else, this you must do.
I am told I must go through the caves to reach Eastern Aquilan. Do you know of them?
The cave entrance is inside the village of the Ogrok. But the Ogrok have no love for humans.
Right, that doesn't really help me.
Nothing right now.
Before you go, take this talisman. You may have known the face of death, but a resurrected warrior can be killed same as any other. The ways of magic will be a salvation for you.
Thank you for your help.
I will see you again. Your return to Aquilon concerns every man, woman, child, and beast that lives here.
Alright, might as well take this moment to quickly explain the magic system. Throughout the game you collect these talismans, and various combinations of these talismans in here make up the different spells. For example, Fire Flash, a Moon and Sky talisman, or Nourish, which summons food, a Life talisman. So let's try that one. And then we summon a fish. Huh, I guess we're already working on that god complex then. Some wine? No, lettuce. Okay, let's eat something to not die, basically. Alright, let's kill some more. Where did the other one run off to? Oh, he probably got despawned. Let's pay a quick visit to the graveyard. And that Styx, the beloved Styx we read about in the letter, is actually quite a difficult enemy. And he's going to take a while to kill. He can also deal a ton of damage. But you can fairly easily avoid his attacks, just by circling around him. That's really the basic way to avoid enemies in this game. Keeping distance, circling, pacing yourself, that's the most important. And there he is. Alright, now as you might remember we had a rose, and the rose, as already a little hint, makes a key sound, is actually a key. Which is a bit stupid and I have no idea where this chest comes from, but Styx's chest has an emerald. An emerald ring more specifically, which gives poison resistance. Which is nice. Good. And onwards with our murdering spree. Let's depopulate the forest. At some point I might actually have to, quite honestly, grind to gain levels so that I'm at all able to progress. The problem is that if you don't have the right level, you're most likely to be dealing glancing blows and so forth and so on, and you're not going to deal a lot of damage and it's going to take a while. And that was a level up animation which was crudely interrupted by my enemies. Yes, there is actually a level up animation. Also, you get stuck in that level up animation, and more often than not, you're going to get hit during it. More meat and gold stuck in a tree. Let me just check where we are. I think there was one more item I wanted to pick up here. Yes, the chest. Come on. Let's not get stuck behind a tree. Sausage and gold. Oh, that's actually nice. I think I've got 1,500 gold so far. And that's another type of enemy. A dog. And they bite. That's really it, you know. There's not much else I can say about the dog. As always, keep distance, strike, move back again. Jesus, there's a lot of them. And that's a respawned enemy. Right, let me just quickly use one of these. If you're a bit more impatient, you can also try to stun lock your enemies, but of course that doesn't work as well with groups or with stronger enemies. Oh, before I forget, let me allocate the next point into strength. So that we can actually use better weapons once we find them. And let me head back to the town for a second, because I believe we need to talk to some people to advance to the next section.
What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the ancient tower?
Ah, yes, the ancient tower in the forest. The legend of the tower goes back 1,000...
I do not need a history lesson. I just want to know how to get in the place. I have heard it is magically locked.
To enter the ancient tower, you need the Solaria, or Golden Sun Key.
Where can I find this key?
The man who owns that key was captured by the Droog a few days ago. His name is Jason.
Damn! I will never find him.
Actually, there is a Droog camp in the forests.
Excellent. Where can I find this Droog camp?
The Droog move their camp around all the time. I'm afraid I have no idea where they are right now.
Where should I start searching?
They must still be somewhere in the forests on this side of the island. I wish I could be more specific, but I'm afraid you'll have to find that camp by yourself.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
A true warrior must be powerful in both his body and his mind.
Thank you for the information, but try to skip the ancient wisdom next time.
Oh, was that a bit much? Sorry. Good luck searching for the Solaria.
Right, now that we've talked to the guy in the library, let's see whether I've got the story straight. Starts out with having to rescue the princess. Okay. To do so, we need to go to the eastern side of the island where the cult is located. To get to the eastern side of the island, we need to get past the Ogrok camp. To get past the Ogrok camp, we need an amulet that is located on Arachna Island. To get to Arachna Island, we need to use the boat that the drunkard owns. And to get the drunkard to ship us to Arachna Island, we need to give him a ring back that some girl absconded with. To find the girl, and the game doesn't tell you this actually, but you're supposed to run into that, you need to enter the ancient tower. To enter the ancient tower, you need a key. To get the key, you need to save Jason from the Droog camp, which is what we're now going to do. Now, this is of course not at all a convoluted questline. Nope. But, to be honest, it's a lot better than what the game is going to pull on you later on. At that point, the game just goes, fuck it, and says, you need a blue key, or you need a red key, or you need 50 of these keys. Well, no, not 50, but seriously, you're going to need a lot of keys. The game is not going to tell you which key goes where, so sometimes you're stuck in front of a bloody door, and then you're going to have to use every key on the damn thing that you've got with you. Alright, you might be able to sort them beforehand. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but it can still be really annoying. Before we continue, let me just do some housekeeping here and add some items to this bar so that I'll actually be able to use them in case of emergency. Also, let's go through a few more of these spells. Nourish, for example. Anything else there? Come on, why is everything failing? I think this has to do with not having enough skill in spellcasting. Over there it says skill 2. And I don't have any skill in spellcasting, so I fail a lot. I used to think that it also depended on the quality of the items you're trying to summon, but it actually only depends on the level of your invoke skill. Alright, sausages. There is not an auto sort all button, which would really have been very nice. Let me get Fire, Flash, Moon and Sky on there. And then there's also Might, only the Soul Talisman. And let's leave it at that for now. Oh, bugger. It's going to take a while. Alright, as you can see, there's a lot of gold on the ground, and that's because these creatures sometimes fight amongst themselves. Spiders fight against Droog. I think the dogs also fight against the spiders and the Droog, and so on. It's a nice detail. And there we have a fatality again. I wish there was a way to get these things more consistently. God, these things take way too long to kill. Ah, before I forget, what is Cure Poison? Life and Sky. Life and Sky. Luckily the spell failed, otherwise I would have used my mana. Let's continue. More Droog. Ah, and now we get Droog with a different color. And this is a theme you're going to see repeated throughout the game. It's the typical lazy way of adding new enemies. Just give them a different color, make them a little bit stronger, and presto, you're done. It's a stronger enemy, it doesn't do anything else, it's just stronger and it has a different color. And this is the ancient tower. Of course we don't have the key, so we can't enter it. Ah, and here we are with another kind of enemy, a frog-like creature. I do have to hand it to them. They've added quite a lot of enemy types, so it's not just recolored stuff, even later on. And these are best handled by pressuring them rather than circling around them, because they can very quickly close distances. God, I'm such a shitty spellcaster. Come on. Bread. But I think the Droog camp is around here somewhere. Yeah, I can see it on the map already. Oh, come on. Let's not hide in the scenery all the damn time. There we are. And the final one, I think, yes. Before you rescue him, I think... Yep, there's a chest over here. With armor, nice. Don't have to get any armor myself then. And respawning enemies, yes, of course. And what's in here? Oh, another talisman, gold, a weapon, and a scroll that describes more magic. Nice. Now, let's talk to this guy.
You saved me from... Wait a second. Who are you?
I am called Locke.
Well, Locke, I thank you for saving me. Unfortunately, I have no reward to give you.
I have heard you are the owner of the Solaria.
The Golden Sun Key? Yes, I keep it around my neck.
I need that key to access that tower.
Hey, you saved my life. It's the least I could do. Things are too dangerous around here for me these days. I'm taking the next ship to the mainland. Thanks again for saving me.
Right, so that completes the first quest in a long series of convoluted steps. Let's take a look at the loot we got. Oh, this is something very annoying about the game. When you have a bag open, the game automatically assumes, like some sort of Windows program, that it wants to be helpful and places all the loot that you get inside that bag. So now the armor I just picked up is in this bag. Oh well. Let's equip the new armor we got and take a look at what it actually is. It's got more protection and of course more requirements. Crafted from the skins and pelts of various creatures, the animal fur armor offers basic combat protection. It is lightweight and has good resistance to poison attacks. That's not actually shown over there. Resist poison 0, 0, and 0. Okay, I guess somebody forgot to code that. And what's this? A bone sickle, minimum strength 17, used properly, a sickle can be a formidable weapon. This version is made from the polished bone of a sea serpent. Alright, how about this thing? A ball racker, a weapon crafted by an ancient tribe. The ball racker is made from a petrified gourd. Don't let the appearance fool you, as this is one of the more powerful low-level weapons. You're actually writing low-level weapons? Did the fourth wall not exist in 1999? Oh, and there was a scroll, wasn't there? Yes. So now we can use Isn't that a bit early for Meteor Storm? Oh well. Quicksand, regeneration, dexterity, anti-magic, and swift strike. I'll put those... Oh, we're going to look at those later, I think. For now... I'm going to level up a bit, I think. So most of this is probably going to end up in a montage.